Hi guys, and welcome to another FIFA 23 SBC video. So along with the 82 plus times 20 pack that we've already opened, a video with that is on the channel if you want to see what I got and whether I think it is worth it. And the other new content is this Quinton Timber Future Stars player pick pack. I know he plays in the Eredivisie. I want to say it's Feyenoord, but I might be wrong. Of course, they're top of the Eredivisie at the moment. And I don't think we might have been given repeater content. Maybe this 85 plus player pick packs come back again. I'm not too sure, but I think these are the two main pieces of content. We'll have to go and have a look at the concepts in a second to compare the two cards. It's only one segment, which is very interesting. So it'll be interesting to see what his cards are also going to look like and what he requires. 84 rated, I mean, that's a good sign. Or it could be a bad sign and maybe his card's absolutely dreadful. Ultimately, the Eredivisie has got some decent options to be able to go for, but a lot of them have only been available in SBC. So, of course, we had a couple Gakpo player of the months at the very, very start of the game before his move to Liverpool, which were really, really good cards. Unfortunately, doesn't reflect how he's playing right now for Liverpool, but I think he had like an 87 rated SBC at some point a few months ago, just before the World Cup. Then there was the Berghuis one during the World Cup as well. So a lot of the really good players in the Eredivisie have come through SBCs, and of course you have the continuing, don't you, of the Player of the Month cards. We've got a goalkeeper at the moment as well, and I think he's Dutch. I'm assuming by the name he is Dutch. Let's have a look at the card. So it's an 84 rated. I mean, worst case scenario, he's going to be relatively high rated and it's going to be good SBC fodder because, of course, an 84 rated squad is very easy to come by. You can go and complete the 82 times 20 pack, and then whichever fodder that you get in there that you're happy to throw away, you can throw into this one, and then at least you're going to be getting a high rated card if he is high rated, which I'm assuming he probably is. But let's go to the Eredivisie and let's have a look at this card. Where is he? Okay, so he's 88 rated and a centre-back or a CDM. Again, Savio was another card. I think his SBC is now expired. He was like a road to the knockouts card, wasn't he, for the Europa League? But we'll have a look at the centre-back one first, which is where I think he usually plays. He does play for Feyenoord, 4-star weak foot. Kind of useless, of course, as a centre-back, but he can play as a left-back. You can still play him as a CDM, just like the Van der Sar card. So I'm assuming for the CDM position, you'll also be able to play him as a centre-back. I mean, I like the look of this card a lot. I mean, his pace is great. There's no weird pace split. Both of them are evenly matched, and they're really, really good. Shooting, no real point in looking at that. Passing, as far as a centre-back goes, his passing's insane. If you were to play him as a left-back, you might want to just improve that vision a little bit. You might want to improve his crossing and curve if you're going to be kind of, going far down that left-hand side and putting crosses in, which I tend to do with my fullbacks, whether it be Roberto Carlos or Trippier. I do tend to use crossing with them. So if you were going to use him there, the chances are you will probably be putting crosses in every so often, so they will need to be improved. But his actual passing stats itself are already really, really good. I mean, his short passing and long passing for a centre-back or for a fullback are amazing. His dribbling is great, so again, he won't feel clunky as a fullback. What's his height? 5'10". Maybe a little bit on the shorter side for a centre back, but I mean, his dribbling all round is really nice. His defensive stats, this is where it's a little bit weird. I mean, stand tackle's amazing. Slide tackle and interceptions are not the best, but of course you can improve those. His jumping is fantastic, but his heading accuracy is awful, so you might want to get that up a bit. Obviously, you would have to get his defensive awareness up, certainly if you are playing him as a centre-back. Stamina is brilliant, so that's fantastic no matter where you use him. And strength is also amazing at the same time. And player traits, nothing like power header or rarely crosser for a fullback, but I mean, that's a fantastic. That's actually a really usable card. Being Dutch as well at the same time offers obviously a lot of good links. There are a few half decent other Eredivisie players, but you really would have had to have done a lot of the SBC since that's where most of the good cards from that league have come from. But that's just a great card. I mean, let's have a look at the CDM one as well, which you can't actually play. So it's not like Van der Sar, so you can't play this one as a fullback or as a centre back. So he's 4-star, which is really nice. Again, pace, amazing. Could you use him as a cam? You could. You wouldn't use him as a cam, though. You just wouldn't. There isn't a cam that's going to improve. I mean, his shot power is respectable, but the rest of his shooting stats just aren't good, and it doesn't matter if you even apply a Hunter chemistry style onto him. They're always going to be very underwhelming, his shooting stats. So, yeah, I mean, his dribbling would be fine for that position, but he just doesn't have the end product, as far as I'm concerned, even with a really good cam style. for attacking reasons applied to him, he won't be good as a cam. His passing is really nice though. His short passing and long passing, his vision isn't too bad, but you might want it a little bit higher. His dribbling is fantastic no matter where you use him, again once more, and his defending is good enough for a centre mid. You can leave it as it is. If you're going to use him as a CDM, you want to get up a few of those stats. Maybe not so much heading accuracy, but certainly defensive awareness and slide tackle. But it won't take too much to bump those up to respectable levels. And once more, physicalities are great. Do you know what? I don't know what one you take. And this is so much better than the Vanderson SBC. I think I said for Vanderson, definitely don't take the right back version. And I think I was even critical of the right winger one. I've been very critical of a lot of these Future Star SBCs, apart from maybe Fabio Vieira. I think that was the only one last Friday that I actually gave any positiveness on. This is a really, really good card. I mean, either one of them, I don't know what I'd pick. I really don't. Where would I use this one? I wouldn't consider using him as a cam. What's his height still? It would remain the same, wouldn't it? Yeah, 5'10", 4-star, 4-star. I'm using him as a centre mid. I am. I would use him as a centre mid 100%. I want this card. I really do. I think he'd be amazing. Of course, I was trying to get the kind of chemistry onto him. That's the only sort of problem. But that is, with the right chem style, you're looking at one of the best midfielders in the game. I genuinely think so. There's no reason why this card should play badly, and there's no reason why anyone should be critical of this SBC at all. The centre back one, I'm a little bit less excited for, but I still think is a great card. 100%, and again, you know, great positions to be able to use them in so many different areas. I probably would use this one as a centre back if I was going to go with this version. If you were going to use this one, you could potentially play him as a left back as well. I wouldn't really consider this position for a centre. I suppose certainly not for a centre mid. I wouldn't consider this one for, but maybe for a CDM. But I mean, I think they're both fantastically, equally, really, really good cards to be able to go for. But if I had to say one that was kind of standing out a little bit more to me, it's probably the one that's already positioned as a CDM, and I would play him as a centre mid in game. And I think everyone's going to have their own different opinions about where they'll play. And ultimately, you know, if you still want to go with this card, I still think there's a very good argument to be made to go for this option. I'm not saying that this is the only right option. I'm not saying that. Both of them are good cases to be able to go with either one. But ultimately, I think if you don't do the SBC, you're going to miss out. And this is another Future Stars player as well that we must have got from Team 1 that I didn't even remember. Kudos as well as a cam. But I think that's a great SBC, 100% worth doing. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you all later.